It's easy to always show the beautiful scenic anchorages and depict a story of sunshine and cocktails. But the reality is, sometimes morale is low and the days are tough. We tend not to pick up the camera as much when we're feeling this way. And we are incredibly thankful to be out here floating around on this great big globe as a little family. But we feel it's important to be real and not only share the good times, but also the realities of life. A good reminder that social media often paints a one-sided story.
Yeah, this is not... You see a lot of YouTube and read all these blogs about fantastic places, but it's not all easy. Setting the boat up, you're just stuck in the sun on deck, setting everything up, and then we finally got out of here. I haven't eaten or drank anything for a couple hours.
Okay, you need to take a break and go do those things.
Yeah.
Waves are hitting us on the beam and it's just really uncomfortable. So no one's too happy on Meraki at the moment. I'm Kate, and this is my husband Mick. Our kids, Thomas and Bentley. 5 years ago, we had this crazy idea to travel the world with our kids, and never did we imagine our mode of transportation would be a sailboat. These are my parents. It's been their lifelong dream to sail across oceans. And so together, a dream was born. Come along with us as we learn, laugh,
I play with boats.
and explore. And hey, don't forget to hit subscribe. Hello, good afternoon. We are on our way to Santa Rosalia, which might be weird because yesterday we talked to you and we had just provisioned so that we could spend more time in Santo Domingo. But what happened, Mick?
Oh yes, I got an email. Ding ding!
We have been trying to do his Canadian citizenship for like, I don't know, 4 years now. And because of COVID and everything, it got really delayed. Then we had to apply to change the application to be an application from out of Canada because we aren't in Canada anymore. Now we have been approved for him to do his ceremony outside of Canada, but the one catch is his fingerprints have expired. We need to race to the next big town and see if we can get fingerprints done for him there. Anyway, today's been a very uneventful sail. After a very long day, we have made it to Santa Rosalia. We're coming into the basin that the marina's in, but the marina has no space for us, but there is a protected small area where they allow you to anchor, so that's great. But as we were coming in, it's a very narrow entrance and the sun beam was directly on the entrance and we just could not see a dang thing. We kind of came past the entrance more than we needed to and then turned up so that the sun was in a different location, and that worked great. And here we are, Santa Rosalia. Looks like quite a cute town. This is the biggest town we will see until we're in Puerto Penasco, way up at the top of the sea. So this is our halfway point from La Paz up to Puerto Penasco. I keep saying that wrong. The N has a fancy swirl on it, so that makes it Penasco instead of Penasco. But I've been calling it Penasco for years, so it's going to take me a hot minute to adjust. Hola! Buenos dias!
Hi.
How hot is it here?
This hot.
It's so hot. We have so many fans going. It's like we're in an airplane.
Just shiny all the time.
We have found...
What are you gonna do today? I'm gonna be shiny.
We came here for Mick's fingerprints, which was an epic fail. Yeah, Mick walked around town for like 8 hours. He went to the police station, an immigration office. He went to a
marina to get a bunch of information on where to go, notaries.
A notary, and none of them could do fingerprints for him. So we got an extension again. So hopefully when we get up to Puerto Penasco, we'll only be like an hour from the American border and Mick can cross the border, go to Arizona, and get fingerprints. Whoops. Okay, so today's plan. We have a graduate. Here's our graduate. Here he is. He's so tired. He's graduating from elementary school. He's done grade 5. And back home it's traditional to do like a bit of a graduation ceremony, so we're gonna go have some fun. This is an old mining town. We're gonna go check out the mines. We're gonna find some air conditioning and we're gonna have some pizza and ice cream. That is the plan. Who's excited?
Me. Oh, for the fans.
Okay, turn the fans on. I had to turn the fans off because it's so loud.
Magic hands.
Ah!
Obsidian.
That's so cool. A huge chunk of it. Do you know what they were mining? Copper.
Huh.
The French came here and mined the copper.
Copper mine.
Copper mine.
It's like a blender that you used to like pull out of.
Happy graduation.
Thanks.
You finishing elementary school. And what grade are you going to be in next year?
6.
Woo! Rosalia. It's kind of been a quick stop. We haven't done anything super cool here other than eat out and celebrate Thomas's elementary graduation and the end of school a little bit. We need to do good provisioning. There will be some small tiendas along the way, but we don't know how limited that will be. So yeah. And we want to take a few weeks to get to the next spot where there is a tienda, so...
Yeah, that's just basic supplies though, all the big stuff. This is the last stop for 2 months.
Yeah, Baja's cool, man, but it's pretty remote. A lot of desert anchorages, and it's a long, bloody way. We made it back from our massive provision, and now it's a team effort to get it all put away. I would say we're set for 3 weeks. Produce will be the only thing that'll get tricky, but there's not much you can do about that.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
Look at you, master sorter. Great job.
What do we need to...
Is that empty? That's not good.
We're going.
How are you feeling?
Not good. Yeah, this is not... You see a lot of YouTube and read all these blogs about fantastic places, but it's not all easy. And I think I'm coming to realize that the times that are hard, a lot of those you put on yourself. And for us, we're realizing it's timelines and rushing places. Whenever we're in a rush, it causes arguments. And
we haven't been arguing today.
No, not at all. We said that we wanted to leave Saturday, which is tomorrow, because we just weren't ready. We had provisioning to do. I had to get fuel. It's really hot here, and you need to give yourself time to rest and relax and just cool down and re-energize yourself. We saw a good weather window today, so we just smashed through everything this morning. We're up early. It's hard to sleep when it's this hot and the fans are blaring in your face, grinding away. And it's just run, and then setting the boat up. You're just stuck in the sun on deck, setting everything up, and then we finally got out of here. I haven't eaten or drank anything for a couple hours.
Okay, you need to take a break and go do those things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get as much fluid into me as I can and food. And there's a breeze out here, which is great. All 3 sails are up. That's a good thing. We're doing 4 knots in light wind. That's a good thing.
It's been a tough morning.
It's so much work sometimes.
I think the heat has really hit us in the face the last few days. We knew it was going to be a really hot summer, but it's just come on very quickly all of a sudden. We were just in a town, which that's the worst because there's no breeze and you're trying to run errands in the blaring hot and get provisioning done. And it is hot. And we just wanted to get out of there because although Rosalia is a super cool town, it was so hot, we couldn't swim, we couldn't escape the heat. Just gonna stop complaining now.
Hey, I mentioned a few good things that were happening.
already feeling a little beaten down by the heat and by exhaustion of traveling so many miles and visiting so many anchorages over the past many weeks, we looked forward to this fairly straightforward overnight sail to our next port. However, as we left the protection of Santa Rosalia, the frustration heightened as we were tossed side to side by an unruly sea. I'm not gonna lie, this is really unenjoyable. The sea state is a mess. So we turned on the engine. We need to get out, I think, more away from land. Waves are hitting us on the beam and it's just really uncomfortable. So no one's too happy on Meraki at the moment. This sea state was not forecast and there hasn't been wind for days, so I don't know where it's building from.
So this absolutely will be more comfortable. But we're going at a right angle away from where we're going.
It's turning into a very interesting passage so far. We've come out from land now. We're really not actually gaining any ground north because to be comfortable with the sea state, we really needed to turn east quite a bit to get the waves sort of up off of our front quarter more than our beam. And the sea state's way calmer now, so that was a good call. The other interesting thing that's going on is we're watching 3 separate cloud formations that really look like they are growing into lightning clouds. And they're kind of all around us. There's one there, there's one there, and there's one there. That one behind us is definitely the most concerning and most lightning looking. Not concerning, just interesting. And we're moving away from it, and it's moving away from us, so that's good. But it could be an interesting night, our first lightning storm. What do you think of the sunset, Bentley? Looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
Almost gone.
So it's about 12:30 in the morning right now, and lightning update. It's still going. As soon as the sun set, we could see the lightning out to the east and behind us to the south as well. So both of those clouds did develop into lightning, but they're really far away. It's just really cool to watch more than anything. Just keeping an eye that it doesn't come closer. But that's kind of it. That's the only update. We've lost all wind now. Mick said on his shift he was going 3 knots. Now it's my shift and we're going 0.5. And it's like a pond out here. We did kind of know it was going to be really light winds tonight. In the morning it should pick up again and we should start making good headway. Hello. A bird just joined us for a little rest, but I think I scared him with my flash.
Good morning. I don't think I can get the captain to talk. He's kind of conked out. But we had an interesting night last night. The wind was really, really light, so we didn't make very much ground. We had lightning all around us. Then at like 3 a.m. the wind all of a sudden switched to the east. It was coming out of the east and it was like it just felt different, and we wondered if we were going to get a bit of a squall, a bit of a chubasco they call it up here. But nothing ever came. It was just nice wind to pick up our speed a little bit, which was a good thing. The chubascos that they talk about up here are just squalls that can come out of nowhere, and they're lightning, rain, and high winds. It's not really something we want to experience, but we knew it was a possibility, so we were prepared for it. And when we felt that wind coming out of the east and we saw the lightning, we just wondered. So we did kind of brace ourselves, but nothing ever happened. So that's good. We are almost at San Francisquito. San Francisquito. I think it's about 10 or 11 o'clock right now, and we should be there around just after lunchtime. We're flying wing on wing. Wind's filled in nicely. It's a lot better day than yesterday. Yesterday was so hot and we had so many sail changes. It was a lot.
call it Skeeto.
San Francisco.
Yeah. So this bay is protected pretty much from east right around to west, I would say, with just the north exposed, but there's no northerlies forecast. It's a really nice little bay. There is a bit of swell wrap around, but where the wind is coming from, we're right behind these big hills, and it's a really pleasant spot. You're doing great, Benny.
That looks pretty sandy.
Yeah.
This looks really
Over
sandy.
there, it definitely gets pretty rough.
We made our way into this amazing slot where the water quickly shallows to a lovely sandy beach. We had heard there was a small palapa on the opposite side of the peninsula with amazing fish tacos. As we beached our dinghies and rallied with some other cruisers, we noticed some armed army personnel walking towards us. This seemed really odd, considering we were in such a remote area. They approached us, circled us, filmed us with their phones, and then asked us for a ride? Thankfully, one of our friends speaks fluent Spanish and was able to let them know that we didn't have any plans to head to where they were wanting to go.
They said, well, just one other question. Would it be possible that maybe you guys could give us a lift to the Isla de las Mujeres, which is about 8 miles up that way? No, actually, we don't really have plans to go to the Isla de las Mujeres right now. And there's no way that you're going to get on our boat with guns. I didn't say that part. That's what I was thinking.
After the strange and intimidating interaction, we continued on and hiked across a dirt airstrip towards an east-facing beach with massive crashing swells. We found this sick little palapa on the beach, and check this out, the couple's gonna make us lunch.
So here's a question, because if it's like $13 for a plate of 3 tacos with frijoles and arroz, so we're gonna get the arroz and frijoles separate,
Yeah,
and we'll get like 2 tacos for every kid,
totally.
and then 3 tacos for adults.
Sure.
Entonces
That's
hay-
tons of food, I think.
Sí, bastante.
Yeah.
Entonces, 4 personas con 3 cada uno. Entonces,
Gracias! You got it?
Can I have 2?
Él tiene un taco de hambre. Muy
Can
bien.
I have some, Daddy?
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna pass it out.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, muy bien.
Oh, bien.
¿Y quién quiere?
Where are we right now?
I don't know, but what did we just see out in the ocean?
Dolphins cruising by. We thought they were sharks, but dolphins are just playing in the waves, cruising past us.
So freaking cool. How's that, Bentley? Oh, so good.
Oh, yeah, espera. Frijoles.
Good. Nice and rice?
I'm glad that tire was there. This is so epic!
Happening.
We are having a dinghy sailing race with towels and our friends on Arcuda. Check out our nice sail. And we are passing Arcuda. They seem to be having struggles.
We're losing the wind. We need to go to port a bit.
We think we have the lighter dinghies.
Mad steaming skills, mad sail holding skills, mad filming skills. He's slow, but he's fast at sailing. Our victory is...
Victory is ours!
We won!
Woo!
Oh, that's how fast we're coming out.
Woo! Yesterday afternoon we decided to pick up the hook and come around the corner. We literally only motored like 2 miles or something around the corner to this other bay, just around the corner from San Francisco, and it is so beautiful. We almost didn't come here because in our guidebook it made it sound a little bit difficult, but it is so beautiful here. There's some fishermen. I'm not sure what they're collecting on the beach. They're collecting something.
Remember how he was on the beach when we were wondering how he got there? He throws him a rope and then he pulls it in.
Oh, yeah, because he's got jeans on and everything. One of the guys is on the beach and one of the guys is in the panga. I was wondering how he got to the beach, if he swam in his jeans or what. This is so beautiful. Now that we're getting a little bit more north in the sea, the tides are very big. They will get up to 20-foot tides by the time we're in Puerto Penasco. So we had about 20 feet of water under us when we arrived. No, I don't know, not much. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I feel like I always look really just hot and frizzy and flustered, and it's because I am. That's real life, isn't it, Thomas? It's very hot up here in the Sea of Cortez. It's very hot. But something very exciting happened this morning. We had some guys come by and gift us some lobster, which is really cool and exciting because we're not allowed to collect our own lobster because it's a very important part of the Mexican industry. Look at those! Yeah, they're pretty big. Friends of ours on another boat in the Anchorage, we're the only 2 boats here. We're gonna get together for lunch and we're gonna have a little lobster lunch. I am going to saute our lobster tails in garlic butter. And I'm gonna make some spaghetti pasta with a little bit of tomato sauce. And I think they're boiling their lobsters. That's my bread machine. What's it saying? Okay, it's fine. Super fun. This is a very special treat. There's only a tiny bit left, Mark.
I'm gonna eat some right now.
Dive in.
Hey, Mick, the nut guy.
It's really easy to eat. I like
know.
moves like that.
I sat down and realized I didn't take a single picture, so now it's just leftovers.
Well, here, okay, let's take a picture of this.
Ooh,
Here's the
that's
lobster.
beautiful.
And I'm just gonna kind of rip it like this. Oh! And mess up your whole boat and put it back.
I put it back. Someone else can have that manhandled piece.
Hey, it's right. We got some good
Oh,
pictures
his
of it.
head. Yeah, look at these. He's huge. That is a big lobster.
I don't really like it.
You don't really like lobster. Did you enjoy your rice and pasta?